Made in Japan. Besides being the title of a killer Deep Purple live album, what does it mean anymore in the context of modern hi-fi? Does it still carry the same spirit and weight that phrase once did? My last visit to Japan 2 years ago confirmed to me that, yes, it still does. While the scope of hi-fi products being manufactured in Japan proper may not be as plentiful as it once was back in its heyday, the Japanese passion for musical satisfaction, combined with an almost fanatical attention to detail and quality, is as strong as ever. In my latest visit to this wonderful country, I've been invited to visit the Kawasaki and Shirakawa development and manufacturing facilities for Denon and Marantz. This is where the higher-end products of both brands are created and each brand's distinct musical philosophy is shepherded forward. Our first stop is the Shirakawa Audio Works, which is located about 185 kilometers northeast of Tokyo. A quick bullet train and bus ride made short work of this distance. Shirakawa Audio Works is a full development, manufacturing, and shipping facility. The entire complex is quite large at about 940,000 square feet. It includes a 364,000 square foot production and development area with test labs, custom-designed listening rooms for sound tuning and evaluation, along with a museum featuring both Denon and Marantz's greatest product hits. If you are a lover of vintage audio, then walking through the shared Denon-Marantz Museum here at Shirakawa is like entering a time capsule. The earliest designs from both companies, along with key products and projects, are presented here along with a thorough history of each brand. You could lose an entire day just in exploring this area alone. And if that isn't enough, there's an entire separate space called the Hall of Fame. It's essentially a walkthrough reference library of almost everything Denon and Marantz have produced over the years. We entered the Phono cartridge studio, where we observed the hand assembly of a Denon DL103 Phono cartridge. Apparently, there are only 3 technicians here skilled enough to produce the roughly 800 cartridges that come out of Shirakawa per month. This incredibly patient and skilled craftswoman was winding an almost impossibly fine 15 micrometer copper wire 220 times around each cartridge coil, and then later hand soldering said wire to the cartridge contacts.
So it's very difficult to make it. I didn't see the copper wire, and the reason why females do this is because the sensitivity in our hands, which we males do not apply to have. And she's the only one capable of doing this. Yes, and if she retires a couple years in advance, she will need to train her.
Good job security.
Yeah, yes, exactly. There's nobody else who can do it, so everybody sometimes says like nobody's here for this.
Well, that's why it's been really good all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everyone wants that. Like 600. 600.
Next came a tour of the production area by factory floor manager Kobayashi Katsutoshi.
This PCBA uses about 2,500 parts.
Wow.
Yes.
Is that for the 8010 you said?
Yes. We usually use part size is please.
Thank you.
We use usually use size is 1.6 by 0.8 millimeter and 1 millimeter by 0.5 millimeter. This part is resistor and capacitor.
You got it.
We use we use a minimum size at 0.6 by 0.3.
Thank you very much.
This size very small. I can't manual soldering this part.
Yeah, not even a lady in the other room.
This is this area. This area is 0.6 by 0.3
Wow.
size.
That's amazing.
Very, very small.
Very. Oh my gosh.
We have the 5 SMD line. Let's go to SMD line. production model is Marantz model M1 display HBA.
It's almost like screen printing the solder paste on the PCB board. Yeah. Wow, this place is absolutely massive. I mean, 5 surface mount assembly lines running for all the brands here. Pretty seriously impressive. Much bigger than I expected, actually, which is kind of interesting. Old soldering machine.
This is solder bar.
Oh,
about
solder bar.
1 kilogram weight. This solder bar uses 500 these parts.
500 parts?
500.
So that one...
500 kilogram.
Wow. Okay. That one bar will solder 500 parts.
Solder.
Wow. Oh, it's being heated and it's liquefying. Okay. Oh, thank you. Look at that. The river of solder, or solder. It's like the Terminator T-1000 right there.
So yeah, this is where all the components come in before it goes out to the manufacturing floor.
Wow.
We just walk through, of course, quality control.
Wow. This is huge. This is like, you can find the Ark of the Covenant here, or what? Gee,
Sure.
look at this. Keep your hands to yourself, Ken.
What amazes me is how quiet it is.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Here we are listening to the Denon AVR A1H home theater receiver with the Bowers & Wilkins 801 D4 9.4.6 channel speaker system. I was impressed that this one, albeit big and powerful box, could so handily drive this full and difficult system completely on its own.
Why now? The reason why is
Next, we spent some time listening to a beautiful Marantz Model 10 hi-fi system with the Bowers & Wilkins 801 D4 again. While speaking with Yoshinori Fukushima, who is the Director of Consumer Hardware and Global Product Development, I discovered that he was intimately involved in the development of Denon's high-end headphone lines and holds patents associated to those particular headphone drivers. I've always said that Denon's high-end headphones are criminally underrated, and after picking Fukushima-san's brains a little bit, my visit here only reinforced that impression. The next day saw us take a short bus ride to the Kawasaki office, which is where both the acoustical engineering teams and the creative design teams are based. Gotta love that giant Marantz sign at the top of the building. Upon our arrival, we were treated to a demonstration of one of the company's very first products, an actual working 1915 gramophone made by, and I'm going to butcher this, Nippon Chikuonki Shokai, before the company eventually became known as Denon. The demonstration was conducted by Denon's chief record player engineer, Ryo Okazeri.
Mic is here. So, and this groove is only the lateral direction. So, not stereo, you know. Here, that is the power source of this equipment here. So this is very slow rotation here. So, but this is gear, two-step gear. So two-step gear that increase the velocity here. So and then this rotation is around the 78 round per minute.
Apparently so.
I will travel. Okay, that is my presentation. Thank you so much.
You're here all week. Try the veal. There we go. We then got to spend some time with Denon Soundmaster Shinichi Yamauchi. He was demonstrating a Denon hi-fi setup consisting of the DP3000 NE direct drive turntable, the DCD3000 NE SACD player, PMA 3000 NE integrated amplifier, and Bowers & Wilkins 801 D4 loudspeakers. They love their Bowers & Wilkins here, folks. Next came a session with Marantz Soundmaster Yoshinori Ogata, who demonstrated a Marantz Model 10 and Link 10 based stereo system. Using a personal selection of music tracks, he asked us to listen for a variety of specific details in order to help us understand the specific qualities of the, quote, Marantz sound. He was accompanied by Marantz lead engineer Satoshi Okubo, who outlined some of the technical improvements in Marantz's products over the years related to both individual parts performance and the Marantz HDAM amplifier modules. We then wrapped up with a session conducted by Denon sound engineers Taichi Kamikawa and Kazuma Watanabe, or Tai and Kaz as I got to know him. They were demonstrating the newly released Denon AVR X2900H and X3900H AV receivers with a 7.2 channel Bowers & Wilkins 800 series based system. As with the A1H demo yesterday in Shirakawa, this X3900H demo was also quite convincing at showing how capable this more modest receiver was at keeping tight control over all the big B&W speakers here.
Now, I'd like to change the source to music from movie Hans Zimmer, Last Concert film in Dubai. The song is Inception, so it features 18-piece band and orchestra with powerful detailed sound. So X3900H will drive the speakers with precision. The speaker system is 7.2.2 system, addition surround back speaker. Okay, so let's tune up the volume and enjoy this concert.
On the subject of Soundmasters, so if you are a fan of Marantz and Denon audio gear like I am, you are no doubt familiar with the term Soundmaster. It applies to a select few individuals who are tasked with establishing and ensuring the overall sound signature of Denon and Marantz products. But what exactly separates a Soundmaster from a traditional engineer? Again, if you are like me and you grew up reading the lore and seeing the press photos of previous Soundmasters, like Marantz's Ken Ishiwata, for example, then you sort of have this vision of the Soundmaster being like a Shaolin monk at the top of a mountain, preaching on the deep, ethereal philosophies and concepts of sound, while the engineers are the guys in the trenches actually building the gear. Well, that isn't exactly the case. The soundmasters themselves are all accomplished engineers in their own right. And while yes, they are responsible for setting up the sound quality and performance objectives of a product at the beginning of its development, they are also in the trenches with the engineering design, the part selection, product tuning during development, etc. And when I spoke with each of them, I didn't get the sense that they felt some significant elevated status due to the title. They each seemed to consider it simply as their job or role. With each product, they establish the sonic goals, and then everyone fastidiously works to meet them. The soundmaster is an important role, but it's part of an overall team effort. In the end, I came away with one big overriding impression from this visit. While Denon and Marantz are highly established brands, I guess you could call them the bigger fish in the hi-fi and home theater space, especially now with Harman as the parent company. They don't really seem to act like it. The seriousness with which the design, engineering, and production staff here tackle their respective craft is very much the same as I've seen in smaller, more artisanal manufacturers that I've visited. These folks are equally as obsessed, passionate, and committed to reproducing music and cinema through their products. And the anchor of each brand's tradition and values is especially seen and felt. What's more, it is respected. It's not something that is easy to see when you're a solitary customer at a local home dealer or store shopping for gear. But when coming here in person, one really gets a sense of all that goes into those certain special components that currently may live in each of our equipment racks back home. Hopefully, I've been able to pass on some of that to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to hit like and subscribe so that we can bring you more of this sort of content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, all the best.
Yes.
Yeah! I'm gonna do a Gene Delasella.